Shooting of a dog was found justified, while the district attorney says the officer was acting in self-defense.
And new details in a shooting investigation after a 15-year-old was killed at Penn Park in York. What we're learning about what may have prompted the shooting.
Plus, a vote on data center regulations set for today at the state capitol. News 8's Tom Lehman has a live report on what they decided.
An unexpected hurdle for the biggest housing bill in decades. I'm Jackie Diffusco on Capitol Hill with why President Trump called off plans to sign it less than 2 hours before the ceremony.
WGAL News 8 at 4 starts now.
Welcome to News 8 at 4, everybody. I'm Tasmin Mahfouz.
And I'm Lori Burkholder. And new at 4, the York County District Attorney rules that a York officer who shot and killed a dog was justified, saying the officer shot the dog in self-defense.
News 8's Nicole Beltran joins us live from the York City Police Station with the new details and also reaction from neighbors. Nicole.
Tasmin, Lori, that shooting is still an ongoing investigation, but the district attorney's office tells us body camera footage shows that dog charged at the officer and the officer defended himself. The DA also reports that the officer shot the dog's owner in the leg, but that shot was unintentional. A report from the district attorney's office says that officer was initially on West Philadelphia Street for a call that someone was smashing windows in an apartment. Upon arriving, the officer came face to face with a pit bull mixed dog after the front door of that first floor apartment was cracked open. The DA's report says the dog was growling and snarling while chasing after the officer. Neighbors tell me it's an unfortunate turn of events.
I feel like shooting something or shooting somebody, whether it's an animal or anything living, should be like the last resort.
I mean, if I seen a dog running at me, growling at me, and I was under permissible action to do so, I'd probably shoot the dog.
The DA reports the owner was accidentally struck while chasing after his dog, and the officer's course of action is still justified. Coming up on News 8 at 5, we'll tell you more about what those details say in that report, as well as what else neighbors are saying. In York, I'm Nicole Beltran, WGAL News 8.
All right, Nicole, thank you for that. And also, we're learning new details about a deadly shooting that killed a 15-year-old in York's Penn Park. Court documents say the shooting stemmed from an argument in an Instagram group chat with people from rival gangs threatening each other. A document say on the night of May 5th, the group, including the victim, Daiquan Harris, were standing near the basketball courts at Penn Park. Officers say they saw a car on security footage drive past the courts, and the front and rear passengers of the car shoot at the group, killing Harris. A document say officers found 19 shell casings from 2 different guns. The court documents also say a witness identified the front passenger as 17-year-old Kayvon Chu, who's now charged and wanted by York police, and the passenger in the back as 15-year-old Troy Brown, who officers say was arrested last month. And the state attorney general is releasing a new report on the struggles to recruit and also retain police officers. He's also giving lawmakers on how to fix the ongoing issues.
Yeah, some of those suggestions include creating a central spot for job postings statewide and not lowering standards in order to recruit more officers, because it could increase liability, increasing costs in the long run. And that report also suggests improving salaries and benefits and trying to close disparities in pay between agencies.
And the report also recommends eliminating the cap on the number of state police troopers, because the task force found that the cap is hurting the state police's ability to proactively train new officers. The full 122-page report was sent to lawmakers for consideration. All right, let's take a live look outside from our Gettysburg Sky Cam. We had a gorgeous day today.
Oh, Tasmin, it was beautiful. We knew it was going to be. You know why? Because our storm team said it was going to be.
That's right.
Let's go over to meteorologist Ryan or Jenny for a check on what's in store tonight.
Absolutely. Mostly sunny skies is what we were trying to bring in to the Susquehanna Valley. So definitely a pleasant day overall across the area. So what we're tracking, though, as we get into the rest of the week, we are looking at more rain and storm chances, especially as we head into late Thursday, heading into early Friday. Then for the weekend, looking wetter for our Saturday, drier for the second half of the weekend, but then we'll be trending hotter and drier for next week. We could be seeing temperatures getting into the 90s. You'll see that in the 10-day forecast here soon, but temperatures are into the 80s across the area. 80 in Lebanon, 81 in Carlisle, 84 in Gettysburg at this time. You can see dew point temperatures down into the upper 40s and lower 50s range, and that's what allows it to feel comfortable out there. But once we get into our Thursday, eventually getting into our Friday and Saturday, it'll be feeling a little bit more sticky as dew points are going to be getting into the 60s, and so it'll certainly be feeling more like summer as we get into the weekend. So you can see temperatures as we get into the next 24 hours will start to lower down to the mid to upper 70s later on this evening. We'll bottom out into the 60s under partly cloudy skies, but you can see once we get into tomorrow afternoon, looking at partly sunny conditions for the majority of the day. But we'll have more on that full forecast and when we can expect that next best chance of showers coming up here in just a few more minutes.
All right, Ryan, thank you. We're following breaking news at the state capitol. Governor Josh Shapiro's data center plan was up for a critical vote in the state house.
Yeah, let's get right to 8 on your side. Political reporter Tom Lehman joining us live from the state capitol in Harrisburg with the latest. Tom.
Yeah, Lori and Tasmin, basically what this plan would do is it would essentially give data center builders access to a tax credit as well as regulatory assistance from the Shapiro administration if they meet certain standards intended to try to benefit the community and protect taxpayers, ratepayers for utilities, and again, the municipalities where these different data center projects would be located. That plan passing earlier today in the State House of Representatives. It's dubbed GRID, and it would require data center builders to essentially bring their own power source and cover the costs to connect it to the power grid. It also calls for data centers to be built with community benefit agreements in mind as well. There's also some transparency requirements as part of that proposal. Chief sponsor Joe Webster of Montgomery County says the legislature must act to protect communities across Pennsylvania.
Right now, they're in a position where the wealthiest companies on the planet can bulldoze right past their local zoning laws or their best water supply. So this bill creates criteria. It creates some standards.
Shapiro's chief political rival, Republican state treasurer and governor candidate Stacey Garrity, is proposing a pause on major data center developments. House lawmakers today taking some other action as well. It falls somewhat in a similar vein. They voted today to give municipalities the ability to pass a 180-day moratorium on major data center projects, essentially to try to get their zoning laws up to the standards they'd like to see when it comes to where these projects could be located. Both of those bills are headed over to the Senate. We'll talk more about them coming up at 5. But for now, here at the state capitol in Harrisburg, Tom Lehman, News 8.